a lot of interviews.
Yeah, I can't do it like you, man. I get
well, well,
nervous.
I'm. Oh, I'm glad I could stop by, man. You're a real genuine dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're live. Hang on one second.
You're a genuine dude, man. Believe it or not, after that video, man, I turned down a lot of interviews.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate that. Everyone, welcome to Big Reptile Talk.
Boy, that's me.
Yes, sir. Now, today, Derrick, we all know Derrick. Derrick is one of a kind. And I remember the day I found him, I had to reach out to him. I messaged him telling him, I know that you're going to blow up. And that was, who knows when that was? I can't remember. But yeah, genuine guy. Love him. Love the positivity he spews. We're going to talk about some of the things that have come up. But what I first want to talk about, Derrick, well, first I want to thank you for being here.
No problem, big dog. Anytime.
I want to ask you about where did this idea of creating this podcast, this Big Reptile Talk, where did that come from?
So I jumped into the YouTube game, and I think I had like 900, and I remember it. I had about like 970 subscribers, and I started watching, different people's YouTubes, and I came across the Iron Animal Show. I started watching it, and I started kind of talking to them a little bit, and they were kind of giving me ideas. You should do your podcast. You should do your own podcast. It'll help you get monetized. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But then I still start watching some other ones. I started watching Reptile Talk with Brassman and Rob is Creeping the Real from Nerd. I started watching it. And then I came across one specific one that kind of was like, okay, I want to do that too. I came across MJ's Trap Talk. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
guy.
So I came across his podcast, and it kind of just really made me like, okay, I want to do that. I was like, shit. He's hanging out in his reptile room and talking to some of the dopest in the hobby. And I was like, I want to fucking do that. And I was like, I want to go talk to the people that I watch on YouTube and see, not just the people that I watch on YouTube, but I was like, I want to get his guests. And I came up with that plan and I executed it.
Who was the first person you reached out to for it?
My first guest, damn, I've had hundreds of podcasts. I think my first guest really was people in our community, because that was my plan. I was like, I want to get a few people in my community that have mad, stupid high followings, and I want to use them as my, my base to where I could show other people like, hey, I've had these really big YouTubers on. Can I bring y'all on? So I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Venom Wonderful. He has like 55K on YouTube.
Were you nervous that first time?
With Venom, nah, because Venom was pretty chill. So I wasn't nervous at all. I think my one that I was nervous on, because I did Venom Wonderful, then I did Desert Wolf Armory, and then I got Jazzer's Jungle. And that's when I think I got nervous, because she's real cool, real down to earth. She's a looker. Everybody knows it. And she's a real big YouTuber. She had like, I think when I talked to her, I think she had like 85K on YouTube, and she don't even live in the States. I think she lives in like Denmark. But I'm like, damn, I watch her on YouTube and she's gonna come on my podcast. So I was a little nervous with that one.
And do you do them all like off the top of your head, the questions you ask and everything?
Oh no, I think podcast is, for me, it's different. I think that it's cool when you want to kind of have hangout shows. I don't knock that. If you do that, cool. But I think as far as like a podcast, it's all in what you want, and I want people to be able to come to my show and learn something, and also leave with a laugh. So I always write my questions out. I freestyle a little bit of it, but for the most part, I have questions written out, so there's no dead air. Because I think when you have a guest on that's high profile, they don't want to just sit there and listen to dead air. So I write my questions out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Another thing. See, I forget everything I want to say. That's why I asked you. The purpose of this. What is like your goal now? What was your purpose of this whole thing? Just shining light on others in the hobby, or?
Oh, honestly, I told you my purpose. My purpose, honestly, was to get monetized, and not just that. I wanted to create some content to where people could just come to my channel and, like I said, learn and also have fun, because I like to joke around a lot. So It's more so I want to just have a spot where you can come and have fun and learn from your favorite creators in the hobby.
Mm. Now, it's been really cool seeing your growth, first of all, and all the awesome people you do get on your show. That's just amazing. Um, one thing that does fascinate me, it's first like hearing about how people got into the hobby. And I think everyone here knows that, which is you had your man cave, right? And you wanted a snake. But another thing is like seeing the diversity. But I've noticed by reading comments, like especially with females or black creators, that there's comments like for this one guy, I was like, your black card's revoked. Did you experience any of that, or did you experience from people in the hobby? Did you feel like people didn't think you were that serious or anything like that?
Not necessarily from people in the hobby, but I did experience it like within my family. A lot of my family was like, "Man, what are you doing with snakes? Black people don't do that." And I experienced it like I said with my mom, my dad, my sisters. They're like, "Oh, I'm never coming to your house," or I'm never. My wife's mom, she don't like coming over. She's like, "I don't like snakes." So a lot of people that I'm around, but not necessarily people in the hobby.
Mm. Did that bother you?
No, you don't want to come over. I don't care.
Yeah.
My best friends are cold blooded.
Yeah. So that's one of the cool things that I love about the diversity is that we're giving kids that come from our backgrounds hope, like if they share the same passion as us, that we can, you know, be that role model. And that's what's awesome about you, man. You are a good role model. And that's gonna lead to this, man. We're gonna talk about this stuff. And we're not gonna say names because I don't want to play into that. But there was one video made about you. How did you hear about that? Did people tell you, or did you just see it?
So if you talking about the video, I think you're talking about. It was kind of crazy because I was chilling with my wife, and then all of a sudden my phone started blowing up. Because like I said, they are bigger creators. I probably had 30 messages, probably 30, 40 messages. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh my God. Oh my God. So I didn't see it until I checked my phone and I looked at my Instagram and my Facebook, and I had a shit ton of messages. And I'm like, did I see what? And then when I went and saw it.
What was your first reaction? Like, was it anger?
My
Like how did
first reaction, honestly, I was disappointed, and I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed, and I was kind of nervous because I was like, okay, I'm ruined. I was like, my subscriber count is just, I'm about to have 0 subscribers. I'm ruined.
did you did you react right away, or did you take a second, like breathe on it? You didn't put anything out right away, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't put anything out of. I didn't really put anything out. Um, I thought about it. I talked to my wife about it, and she was pissed. And then I reached out to a couple of people that I just really respect in our community. Shout out to Iron Dog in my animal house, and Ryan and Kurtwood. But I reached out to like 3 or 4 people, and I'm like, "What do you think I should do?" Because and don't get me wrong, I had a 25-minute rebuttal made, but they were like, "Yeah, don't put that shit out." And so I just was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna put it out because even though I could put out a rebuttal video, what is it gonna change? Their video's still out. People still gonna form their opinions. So it's like I didn't put it out. And like I said, thanks to them for asking, giving me that knowledge to be like, yeah, don't put that shit out.
Mm. Yeah, and since Derek has another show, I hope you guys know that I'm not typically I try to put up the comments and stuff, but I want to make sure we
Oh,
get.
you're fine.
But I see all of you people, and I love you all. Derek, I'm sure loves all of y'all too. Everyone here, thanks to you. You're the first one I went to, found Iron Dog, all these other people. So I want to explain something to whoever listens to this. Priming that video, I saw it. First of all, I'm always against call outs because it is the people that watch don't realize that the intentions of that person is to get views and to stir up drama because that gets views. But priming, they lumped you in with some other things and they looped it together where now that even if yours isn't as bad, the people already formed their opinion based on everything around that. So even if they see your stuff and like, oh, well, it's not that bad, but they've already made their mind up, so they're going to just move the goalpost or whatever, it's going to, well, it's still horrible. Derrick's still a horrible person for this. But yeah, man, when I saw it, I was disappointed, but I'm always disappointed when anyone calls someone else out. And then there's another video I hear about. How did that one make you feel?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't care. He gives 50 views a video. So I didn't care. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's just disappointing seeing that stuff. But another thing that I'd like to make aware to other people in the hobby is, when we defend our friends, that's causes problems too in a certain way. Defending, and then, like, for example, the frozen thawed stuff. People start bringing up, well, frozen thawed, they do this to kill the mice. And then now if it is a problem, then people are going to say, well, frozen thawed's bad and live's bad. You see what I mean by that? I hope that makes sense. Like, by trying to defend our friends, we can say some stuff that's also damaging to general people, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but yeah, man, there's the difference between, like, everyone in here and these other people is the love and passion that you show, and you spread it. That's the thing. Like, that's what I loved most about you, is that you spread the love. But like, what's your goal now? Continue the podcast, grow in that sense?
I'm always gonna do my podcast. I don't really have scheduled days. I really go when I get a guest that I want to go with. But yeah, I'm never gonna stop my podcast. I don't care who bashes it. I don't care. If you watch that bigger video, they took videos of me when I first started YouTube, and it's different talking to me in person versus me talking to a camera, and I'm nervous, and you never really made a YouTube video, so they kind of made me look a little out there, kind of played on my intelligence, but I don't really care about those videos. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep my podcast going, and I'm gonna keep making content on my channel that I want to make, because again, what I do on my channel, I make for my subscribers and people of like-mindedness. If you don't like what I'm doing, you don't have to watch it. It's for my subscribers and future people that want to subscribe. It's not for people that don't want to subscribe. So I'm gonna keep making content, and I'm gonna keep making my podcast. Nobody's stopping nothing over here.
Yeah.
Even after they put their video out, I went and got one of the biggest reptile handlers in the world.
Yeah.
Not world, YouTube, I mean, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I know. And that was a great podcast, for real, man. And yeah, it's just a shame seeing the separation. That stuff's just going to continue to happen. But you got, like, do you feel you know who you are? And that kind of stops, like, when you see a video like that, you know who you are. So it doesn't really matter what anyone else says. Is that the type of outlook you have?
Nah, I'm gonna be real. When that video came out, can we cuss on your podcast?
I mean, you can go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna cuss, because I'll say it messed me up. I'm not gonna lie, it messed me up, and it kind of hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Because I looked up to them, you know what I'm saying? I look up to them. I'm like, these are some of the dopest people in the game. I consider them kings in our hobby. So I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my feelings for the simple fact that, they took what I said out of context and they showed it to hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt my feelings, and I'm not gonna lie, my wife had to rebuild me up. I'm a man, it hurt my feelings. And I told her, she was, she kind of talked to me, she's like, don't let them hurt your feelings, just keep doing your thing, baby. Nobody's gonna unsubscribe from your channel. And over the next couple of days, I kind of watched my subscribers, I watched my views, and they actually didn't go down. They went up. So I went from being sad to being happy. I'm like, this call out video got me more subscribers and more views. It's like, damn, I almost want them to do it again.
Yeah. Well, my
views went up.
I'm planning on calling you out after this.
I love it, man. I love it.
Another thing that, a lot of people need to know is some bigger people, they want to be the only one able to do the stuff. So they work behind the scenes to get things shut down. This is not like social media related. It does fall into that. But for instance, some venomous keepers that people look up to will try to get laws passed on the down low so that they'll be the only ones, which will bring more traffic to them. That type of stuff happens, and I can see it happening on social media. Someone brought up Reptilinks. Have you thought of moving the whole collection to Reptilinks, say for alternative?
No, have I thought about the Repti link? Nah. I might have to look into that, see if I can get sponsored by them.
Do you worry that, I don't know anything about YouTube monetization stuff. Have people got demonetized for live feeding?
I think some people have, but in my opinion, like I said, I talked to a lot of the OGs in my community. I feel like some people have got demonetized, but we kind of have came to that assumption that it's more so because they're talking in their videos. I don't know if that makes sense. And this is no disrespect to anybody, but I was, told by, like I said, my animal house, it's better just to, if you are going to do live feedings, just be quiet, because the minute you are talking and you might say the wrong thing and they can demonetize you if they feel like you're glorifying it. As long as you make your video and you don't say anything, they shouldn't bother you. But it could be the smallest little thing. If you're just like, yeah, I'm about to feed my snake, they might just, oh, he's glorifying it, demonetized. So,
have you experienced anything like?
I haven't been demonetized, thank you, God. A few people that I know have been demonetized, and I feel bad for them. I just tell them to, keep at it. Don't get discouraged and just reapply for your monetization. That's the nice thing about YouTube. You can always reapply. And I won't put nobody's business out there, but some people have been demonetized. And if you're watching, the only thing I can tell you is just reapply. Don't let nobody stop your dreams, man. Just because they don't agree with what you're doing.
Do you feel? Well, actually, I have a different question. Tyler Nolan's your favorite venomous keeper, right?
He is.
How'd you find him? Was it on YouTube?
How did I find him? Oh, yeah. I started watching YouTube videos and I came across him and I was like, shit, he's doing some wild shit, but I love it. I enjoy watching it. It's super entertaining.
I was excited to see you got him on your podcast. That was great.
You know. I reach out. I'm real good with social media. I've been able to really, really get the people that I want on, and it is not an easy feat. But if you're good with Twitter, you're good with Instagram. If you know how to work your phone, you can get anybody you want.
So all you do is you just message them on Instagram only, or just whatever you can get them on.
I'm hitting them on Twitter. I'm hitting them on Instagram. I'm networking. Hey, you know such and such. You know such and such. Let me get their phone number.
So, did you reach out to Chandler directly, or did you go through somebody to get him?
I went through somebody. Shout out to Reptile Ricky. Shout out to Reptile Ricky. I shouted him out in that podcast. So he's one of my homies. I know that he knows Chandler, so I hit him up. I'm like, hey, I really want to talk to Chandler. And he's like, let's make it happen. And I thought he was bullshitting. And he was like, I'll make it happen. And next thing I know, Chandler messaged me on Instagram, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, no, let's do it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
We start talking a little bit, and it went down. So shout out to Reptile Ricky, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. The cool thing about the Florida people, man, it seems like they all help each other out. They all collab with each other, and that's what I like about that. It's a shame that here where I am, not many people, and those that are around here tend to be little schemers. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've left a positive impact this far?
A positive impact, like, what do you mean?
On the hobby in general, just in the reptile community?
I feel like, yeah, because, whether you agree with my content or not, my way of giving back is my podcast, because there are those new breeders out there. I've went and got some of the biggest breeders in the game, and I'm asking them questions so you could follow in their footsteps. So that's my way of giving back. If you're trying to get into breeding, if you are a breeder, if you've never talked to Ozzy, go watch my podcast. He's going to tell you everything he knows. this is what you should do with your breeding season, or these are the females you should get, these are the projects you should be into. So that's my way of leaving my mark, is to have these podcasts that people can go and watch and learn and get better at their craft, because they're some of the biggest breeders.
Now I can say firsthand, just like all these other family in here, that Derrick is genuine, never been nothing but kind. So even if you disagree with the live feedings and stuff or whatever, like you haven't talked to him, you haven't got to know him. I'm not sure who Nick Harris is, but look, Nick, what I try to do is promote kindness and coming together. That's all I'm about. So, yeah, see, I should have wrote some stuff down, but
oh, you're good, man. We still got time, man. I'm here hanging out, man. It's all love, man. It's even all love to Nick, man. It's all love, bro. No hate, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, people don't, they assume things, but like I said, I've seen what you do and I've experienced it firsthand. Even if you did some things maybe that I don't agree with, I'd message you privately, and that's just how I am with anyone. I don't care about calling people out. I've been around. My boss has been doing this for 50 plus years. The calling out and stuff does cause more problems than anything. Do you feel that we will be the downfall of ourselves more than the public?
I feel like, I get it. A lot of people don't agree with live feedings, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to watch them. But I feel like, and this is my honest opinion, I feel like USARK will fail. And I'm going to tell you why. USARK will ultimately fail because the hobby isn't together. Everybody is so disconnected. And what do I mean? I mean that there's so many, smaller communities in the hobby, and each hot community bashes each other. Like, I like enclosures. If you've been in my reptile room, I have some of the dopest enclosures, and they hot, they expensive. $500 vision cages. But does that mean I need to shit on you because you keep tubs? Or, I don't have venomous in my collection right now, but does that mean I need to shit on Tyler Nolan because he free handles? Or, I feed, I live feed my stuff, but does that mean I need to shit on you because you feed frozen thawed? No. I feel like until we all come together, no matter if we disagree or not, we will lose. It's just like, think about it. If me and you are in the house and we're the reptile community, and USARK is at the front door with a crowbar trying to break in, am I gonna say, you know what, Mark? Fuck you. You didn't wash the dishes. I'm gonna say, no, Mark. You part of this household. I might not be happy with what you're doing right now, but let's put that to the side and let's focus on the people at the door breaking in. So until that happens, USARK will fail.
I agree, man.
Because even whether you like live feeders or not, even the bigger people in the hobby get hated on. Jay Brewer gets hated on. Brian Barche gets hated on. Kevin from Nerd gets hated on. Everybody in the hobby will get hated on. So until the hobby, comes together and says, you know what? As long as your reptiles are happy and healthy, and you're a part of this hobby, I love you, we won't win. Because PETA is like this. There's no division. They like this. There's no in between. This person don't like, no. And until we like this, we'll lose.
Exactly. I mean, look, there's plenty of examples out there. Like, think about, people love cats, people love dogs. You can't even talk about them because they'll slaughter you. You can't even mention like feral cats destroying the environment here in the United States, at least. But it's because they come together. Can't bash them. So we definitely need to come together. And I also noticed that when there's people like that start where we all start, and then they blow up and get a bunch of followers, you'll see the same people that supported them shift. Have you noticed that too?
I have noticed that, and I won't say any names, but it's a bigger person right now shits on the free handlers. But when he's around them, oh, you're my best friend, you're this, you're that, but will shit on them behind their back.
Yep. Let's see what's going on.
But I'm glad I'm here, man. I'm excited that you're on YouTube, man. What made you want to kind of switch gears from Instagram to come over to YouTube?
I've been focusing more on Instagram, but I just trying something else out, just expanding.
Oh
Tried
yeah, man,
TikTok too, gained a bunch on there, but people report your stuff. So I have one more report before I get banned, so I haven't really been posting. And man, I can't
Yeah.
even post on there. I'll get like 15 comments about killing the snake. Like I don't even read the comments anymore there.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is a good way to go because, like I said, I feel like I'm making money on here, and it's fun. I love, despite what people make you believe, despite what that bigger video made you believe. I love watching my snake eat. I love watching my snake drink water. I love watching my snake crawl around the cage, and I think that YouTube is a place to show it, and people will gravitate towards you. So, and I say, keep doing your podcast thing, man, because we need more people out there spreading positivity.
I mean, that's the whole purpose of what I wanted to do with this, but I don't know if it's for me because I do get, but maybe it's because I'm trying to go off the top when I can't even speak proper English regardless. So maybe I just need to try a different approach, like writing stuff down.
Oh, you're good, man. We can freestyle it, man. As long as one thing about podcasts, man, it's you the host, man. You can do whatever you want. You could talk about you start. You could talk about what you got going on, whatever you want to talk about, man.
Yeah,
You can mix it up with like don't say hot seat because that's mine. No, I'm just kidding. You can say hot seat. Mix it up with like some hot seat questions. Like
so
I give you a hot seat.
No, I got a hot seat question.
There you go.
If you look, this is something I just thought of right here. If any actor were to play you, who? But for real, have you ever answered that one? I know you ask everyone this, but have you answered that?
If I was to make a movie about Derricks Reptiles, who would I want to play? You know what? I got this beard, so let's see. Damn, his name is slipping. He's a basketball player and he has a beard just like mine. He plays for Houston. I can't think of his name. Anybody know who I'm thinking of? If y'all watch the NBA, who am I thinking of? He got a thick crossover, always shoots threes. I want to say he's for Houston, plays for Houston. The Rockets.
Will Smith.
I don't look like no damn Will Smith. even though I want to get Will Smith a few people, I can't think of who I'm thinking of, but he has a beard. Or you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Derricks that's it, James Harden. That's who will play me right there. James Harden. Or or I could be like a skinny version of Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. The boss.
Yeah, man, but that's how you do it, man. You write your questions out, you come up with a few hot seat questions, asking what they got going on. Like I got a shit ton of stuff going on, man. I'm working on chasing my dreams of actually getting into breeding. Right now I'm saving up money. I ain't ashamed to say it. I ain't rich. I'm saving up money, trying to get an incubator and hatchling rack. So once I get them, then I'll get me a female ball python. So working on my breeding plans. Nice. I need to come down wherever Big Mark is and handle some of them cobras, but my wife will be pissed.
Come by anytime, man.
Your wife don't be tripping that you got venomous? She be buying you venomous and shit.
No, she doesn't buy me anything, but she
didn't get you enough for your birthday? Am I tripping?
She got me some cobra related stuff, but not.
She ain't never bought you a snake?
Nah.
Oh, if she ain't never bought you a snake, Hannah, hey, get rid of her. Get rid of her.
You hear
if
that?
She ain't never bought you a snake. X her out, brother.
You have a copperhead though, right?
Long story. I'll tell you about it off camera.
All right.
Actually, I can tell you now. I won't say all of it, but let's just say I'm not in the venomous part right now. It's just not for me right now.
Yeah. Is that something that you do want to dive into in the future?
I don't think so because I'm gonna end up getting bit because I'm gonna want to always touch all my snakes, and you can't touch a cobra because you'll probably die.
That's understandable, man. Knowing your limits is a big thing. But yeah, the whole purpose of what I try to do and what I want to do is just to spread the love. And I found that stuff, believe it or not, from Derrick, from Iron Dog, from all these people in here. So please, if you aren't subscribed, I don't know why you guys wouldn't be, since all of you are here from those channels, but subscribe to each other. But yeah, all I'm about is spreading positivity.
Iron Dog, you see, I don't know if y'all seen, I don't know if y'all, No, no, get rid of. Hey, see that negativity? You don't need negativity in your life, Mark. Get rid of that. Any woman that don't buy you a snake, she's not for you, bro.
What snake has your wife got you?
Oh, a lot. Shit. She bought me a king snake. She bought me my short tail python. She bought me at least 2 or 3. Cause I'm but you know what? I tell her real quick. And I'm a hard person to buy gifts for, because she be like, well, what do you want for Valentine's Day? I say snake. She like, what do you want for your birthday? Snake. What do you want for Christmas? Snake. unless you just gonna buy some shit, if you ask her, I'm gonna say snake every time.
The things Hannah gets are extremely thoughtful, more than anything. So yeah, even though she doesn't get me snakes, she definitely gets me stuff that means the world to me. Dang, Derek, there's something I was thinking of. See, I got to write stuff down, but
you're good, bro. Yeah, the writing down is just gonna save you. Yep.
I remember now. Who was it again? Kev the other day.
What are you talking about?
Kevin from Texas, the dude that works with I kept asking about the gibbons.
Oh, we talking about the big wildebeest? I can't say his name. It's like Kawan. It's like a real weird name. He calls himself the wildebeest, though. I know you're talking about.
I don't know why I was thinking Kev. I thought there was a Kev in his name. But
like
$8,000 on that snake.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. I'm thinking, how do I get to that point where I can spend that much on a snake?
I just chase the dreams, bro. That's what it's about, man. Are you starting to breed your cobras?
There's a few that I'm trying to pair, but right now I'm gonna pair the bush vipers again, so that'll be something.
What are you gonna do? You gonna ship the babies out?
What's that?
You gonna sell the babies?
We'll see. Usually I just, get rid of them cheap to friends, like if they want them. But I'll probably keep them all, man.
Fuck that. Don't get rid of them cheap. Fuck that. This is a business. This is Mark's Reptile. Let me be your secretary. Ain't shit cheap over here. We making snakes. We sending them out. You got to pay full price.
Yeah. See, I've made a lot of mistakes being too nice to people, but that's just how I am.
Yeah, Iron Dog, she probably not, but it's all love, man. I'm just kidding.
You hear that, Hannah? Derrick's just kidding, even if he didn't make it clear till now. Derrick's a good guy. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've sold stuff, but usually I try to just get them cheap. But after getting schemed so many times, I probably will up the price $4,000 for a $20
right.
scheme.
You got to mention business. Like when I jump into breeding, man, I want to make as much as I can, have some holdbacks, and just keep holding stuff back and pairing it, man. You mess around, that might be able to be a full-time job for you, breeding and selling.
I mean, the goal right now is I just love making content. I enjoy that the most, just filming and
content is good, but it's hard. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm monetized on YouTube, but unless you guys get millions of views, then YouTube check hard, boy.
I mean, we'll see. If it doesn't work out, I still got
faith in you.
I believe it'll happen. If not on here, it'll happen on Instagram eventually. To the point where I could just sit back and make a few second clips and get paid.
What it's about, man. I love getting paid. I tell my wife every day, I love this shit. I love getting paid off YouTube. It's fun. You see what my wife said? That's funny.
Derrick,
so you got to give us a sneak peek, man. Who's the next guest?
I don't really have. What I want to do is, you'll see. I'm gonna just keep it a surprise. I'm gonna do something off. I don't know if I can do this. The live, I get too nervous. I can't remember anything.
Don't be nervous.
I think I'm gonna get clips put together. So I'll be handling a snake, asking a question, then someone will answer it while they're holding a snake, and put it together. Okay. So it's like an interview, but just clips put together.
That'll be dope, man. That'll be dope, bro. That's what it's about, man. Chasing your dreams, man. Don't be nervous, man. You good. You got that exclusive, man. You got that Derricks Reptiles exclusive interview.
Exactly, man. But I do want to thank you for being here. I do want to tell you, man, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for all these people in here. And keep doing you, man. And if you ever there's anything you ever need, let me know. I'll be there.
Let me come handle the snakes. I don't know if my wife will let me, but let me come down there and do some cobra handling.
If she's not team iPhone. I was about to make a little joke, but yeah, man, you're welcome anytime. But I
Flash
appreciate
that
you.
question. What is Cage? Does Derrick ever plan on getting a sponsorship from Reptilinks? Honestly, I never heard of them. I might look into that though. What are they? Like, is it like beef jerky for reptiles or something?
Something like that.
I never heard of them.
I did get scammed twice on Instagram, by the way.
Oh, I gotta ask you. I've been wanting to ask you. I'm gonna ask you on your podcast, and you gotta answer it. I don't care. I want to hear it. Man, I seen that you tagged Vision Cages and they responded to you. You're like,
Yeah.
I need that sponsorship. Give us the good news. Are they gonna sponsor you?
We'll see. They're apparently supposed to get back with me. They sent me some email, but the positive thing, I got scammed twice, fell for a scam twice. But if it wasn't for that and feeling cocky, like, oh, I'm sponsored now, I wouldn't have reached out to Vision. So even though I got scammed twice, it made me reach out to Vision, and they did get back with me.
I seen that. I seen that on your Instagram story. I was like, look at Mark. And one thing I will say about Vision Cages, they answer all their DMs, because I was like, man, I want y'all to come on my podcast, and they gave me a date, so I'm gonna have Vision Cages on my podcast soon. But I was like, y'all answer y'all DMs. They answer their DMs like super fast.
Yeah, so hopefully that works out. If not, oh well. But yeah, Cade, we're gonna get more of that. Desert Horn Viper is my favorite ever. And Chris said Reptilink is like a sausage for reptiles.
Yeah. Now this ain't your first podcast. I've seen a couple other ones, haven't I?
I've done two.
Yeah, that's what I said. This ain't your first podcast, is it?
Second, or this would be the third on mine at least. But yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll do more. But yeah, appreciate you being here. Can't wait to see who your guest is. I did get 2 enclosures in today, so I'm super excited to set that up. Wasn't planning on it, but now I'm excited. But I'll still be checking out who your special guest is.
All right, well, I appreciate you having me, man. I'm happy I could do it. Sorry it didn't happen sooner. I'm like hella busy, so I apologize. But I'm happy I could come through for you, bro.
No, I appreciate that, man. And thank you, everyone, for stopping by. And check Derrick's page out. He's going to go live here in 30 or 25 minutes. So check him out. Thanks, Derrick, again, man.
Much love, brother.
See you guys later. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you all. Sorry I wasn't focused on these comments, but I do appreciate each one of you. Thank you all. And whoever I'm not subscribed to, I'm going to be sure to subscribe when I'm out of here. But love y'all. I'll be back soon, all right? Take care.